Hi, welcome to Spitting the Bit with Billy and Kevin, two old friends who talk about horse racing and, well, probably some other things that'll come up as well. So join us for Spitting the Bit with Billy and Kevin. Hey, welcome to Spitting the Bit with Kevin Billy, or Billy and Kev. I don't know how we have it. So, anyways, Breeders' Cup is coming up, and Kevin's getting on a plane soon to fly out here to California, and we're going to meet up and head down to Del Mar. It's very
Looking
exciting.
forward to it. 2 years in a row in the same spot, but
Yeah,
it'll be fun.
yeah. So yeah, we love Del Mar. We love the Breeders' Cup, so we're going to be having a good time. But we wanted to do a little handicapping, and in our opinion, kind of the two biggie races to handicap are the Breeders' Cup Juvenile because that horse essentially becomes the favorite, at least currently the favorite for the Kentucky Derby. Um, and then, of course, the Classic because the winner of that's the best horse in the world at the moment, anyways. So, what do you want to start with, Kevin?
Um, let's start with the juvie.
All right, let's do it. You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
Why don't you go first this
All
time?
right, I will. The way I look at this, the race has one front runner,
Okay.
Blackout, and he has one legitimate deep closer, Litmus Test. The rest are mid pack stalkers, which in the past that's always been what the success in this race has been is that mid pack stalker kind of waits off the lead and then makes their move. Del Mar does hold up on speed rules for the dirt. For turf, it's you have more the closers and the stalkers on the turf, but in the dirt, speed's king. And I'm going with Blackout Time. What number is Blackout Time? You have it there.
Blackout time is the number two
Yep, I'm going
horse.
with the two horse Blackout Time. Um, to
Oh,
come in first, but I'm going with Brant, who believe is the eight, if I'm right.
number seven now
Oh,
that
oh,
they've
seven. They had
released.
lost horse. The number
Yep.
seven, Brant,
All
for
right.
second, and then I'm going with Litmus Test coming from way back, but won't have quite enough. Will come in come in third. So I have it 276.
Billy's got it 276.
Yep.
All right.
I like
We
I like the speed early, and there's nobody to challenge him out. So I don't think if they had another front runner, I don't think I'd go with that. I'd go with one of the stalkers, but without anybody that I see anyways that can challenge Blackout Time early, I think he's gonna have a good trip and fairly unchallenged.
All right. Well,
That
we do not agree, so that'll make for a
that's
fun
good.
race.
And I don't think we're gonna agree on the classic either. So hey, there
All
we
right.
go. So tell
That's
me what
not
you
bad.
got.
I like I hinted, do not have it that way. Um,
You gotta like Brant though.
I do, but not near as much as you. I have Brent as my fourth option should there
Okay.
be a scratch. Um, yeah, at this point anyway. So I have it on top, number one, Intrepido.
Okay.
Um, in a virtual dead heat, by the way, I crunched my numbers, Ted Nafi. But
Okay. We
I,
love Ted Nafi. I love
yeah, and I agree with you that um, being closer to the front end will be helpful. And I do think that Ted Nafi's gonna, Brisnett's got him rated as an 8 on pressing the pace. I don't think he's gonna let them get very far in front. And man, his closing um, numbers the last two races are pretty awesome, especially winning 1 by 8 and winning the Breeders' Cup Futurity at Keeneland, and you know having that race well in hand for a long time. They weren't asking him to do much, and it's still a pretty impressive closing clip. Um, so, what I do like about Intrepido is his numbers are still really good. And I guess the rub is going to be, did we watch a horse finally wake up? Or is it just that the other, that Desert Gate came back to him and it looked a little more dramatic? I'm going to go with what the numbers that I'm looking at tell me. And I
Well,
think he woke up as much as the horses came back. So I like his post position better than Ted Naffy. I don't think it's a derailer for Ted Naffy, but I think I think he's gonna have to work a little harder to stay closer to the pace, and cross my fingers that we watched a horse waking up in the stretch drive at Santa Anita in the American Pharoah. So that's my 1-2. And another horse that I think is kind of dangerous in this race that you hadn't mentioned is Mr. AP. And he's going to go off, I think, at really good odds because I agree with you that it's best in this race to be up there at Del Mar. And I
yep.
think Mr. AP is going to be pushing the pace. And
Yeah,
I
I do have
actually,
that. My notes on Mr. APR is tactical, versatile runner. Has been successful running from stalking or pushing the pace. So yeah, it is a pretty
yeah, and his
versatile horse, and that may be the way to go in this race. There's so many variables, and yeah.
and it'd be a big step up for him to win this race, but I'm not going to be surprised if when they are starting their turn for home that he's on the lead.
So shows how tough this race is. You and I have six different horses
Mm-hmm.
hitting the board.
Right. The only thing we have in common is if any of those my top three scratch, I'd move Brant into the third spot. But it should be a really fun race. And we'll have to see which one of us is right.
Yeah, it all depends on the kind of, at least for me, it depends on the trip, what kind of trip they have, and as the ride is going to be incredibly important. Now I'm not going to give an advantage to a jockey because I think they're all pretty darn good. But
Yeah,
whoever has the best ride is going to probably steal this race.
I agree. And to me, the two wild cards, I mean, wild card is a stretch, but um, I think it's very possible. We'll have to see because they're just 2 year olds. It's very possible that Ted Naffy is even better than we've seen so far.
Boy, sure liked him.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me a little bit of going into the Derby last year. Um, by the numbers for me, I had sovereignty underneath journalism, but we talked about it a lot. It I wasn't those are my 1-2, and it wasn't going to surprise me that sovereignty has just got a ton in the tank, and whoever's in front of him, he's going to run them down, and that's so far proven to be true.
Yeah.
So his numbers were a little lower, I guess is what I'm saying, than uh,
Well,
what the
I
form said.
I'm definitely a fan of Ted Nafi, and if I lose because he wins, I'm okay with that. I like that horse a lot.
Yeah, and I like Intrepido too. And again, I could be totally wrong. And what we really saw was a 7 furlong horse that hadn't gone around 2 turns coming back to him.
I like
But
Mullins as a trainer too. He's a cowboy. He's a good horseman.
yeah, and if that horse actually just woke up a little bit and decided, oh hey, Let's
Yeah,
do my running.
that could be with
Yeah,
2-year-olds.
yeah, and I just think he's gonna be. I think these horses obviously are better than what any of them have run against so far. And I'd rather, if I had my druthers, I'd rather be in Intrepido's shoes, so to speak, and see if I have enough of a lead to keep Ted Naffy from catching me in the stretch.
Well, good luck.
Yep.
All right. All right. Hey, let's go on to
Same
the
to you, by the
classic.
way.
Yeah, thanks. Uh,
Classic. I've heard rumors that we're going to disagree on this one too.
yeah, well, a little bit we've talked. We like a lot of the same horses. We just don't like them in the right order, or the same order.
Right.
Um, so yeah, this is for the best horse you know,
In the
in the
world at this
world.
moment in time,
Yeah.
probably, at least on the dirt.
Right. So let's get into it. Mind if I go first again?
Yeah, go first because I've got a lot of the races for this weekend all crumpled together, but I'm ready to go after you go.
All right. Well, as you guys have talked, I like fierceness. I think if fierceness is on, which is a big if fierceness is on, nobody can beat him. I
All right.
think I think he just on the dirt just has more speed. And again, going back to Delmar, Delmar likes those that it favors speed and favors early speed. And I think fierceness certainly wouldn't bet against fierceness because again, if he's on, he's unbeatable in my opinion. Sarah Leone is kind of the class, has proven himself, has done it. I like Sarah Leone in second. And then, God, I've lost so money betting against Sovereignty this year already in just a handful of races. I keep trying to beat Sovereignty, but I have Sovereignty coming in third. I do think Sovereignty is, uh, is a 3-year-old again racing against the older horses, and that's probably why I don't have him higher than third, but man, just a class act, great horse. I can't not have him on the board. Um, and then I know you agree with this one as far as a wild card. Might I don't know what to do with this horse. Could tip everything over is Forever Young, which um, so all
I
right.
agree. I wish I wish there was a way uh, I wish there was a way to get a little better look, so to speak, at Forever Young's numbers, at
Yeah.
least that I value. Um, but um, I mean, both he and Fierceness sure showed last year that they like this track and what it takes to run well there.
Yeah. All right. So what I have for the classic is I have Fierceness on top, the number one horse, followed by Sierra Leone, who is the number six. Or I'm sorry, the number seven. And then Sovereignty is the sixth. But man, look out for that five. Forever Young can tip over my apple cart in a hurry. So
Well
as
stated.
as you were saying, it's you don't know what to do with that horse. You
I
don't
guess
have
you do
enough
a little
info.
bit in the sense of, you know, stubbed his toe a little bit in Dubai, but still made a good showing. Um, but his race there last year is pretty awesome.
Yeah, capable
Um,
horse, that's for sure.
yeah, for sure.
So who do
And
you like?
where do you have him again?
I have him fourth, but it could finish top three. It could hit the board. I just don't know what to do with them. I don't have enough info, and
Right.
so I have him fourth, but boy, I would have a hard time leaving him out of my bets.
Yeah, I
So
think
I
that would be a
may
silly move.
yeah, so I may end up throwing a lot of money at this race just to try to win it. Just, you
Yeah,
know,
I mean, because every race he's in, he puts in a really good showing virtually every race he runs.
right.
So a person be a fool to leave them out of their exotic bets.
Right. Right. So that's one, and I can't leave sovereignty off, even though I keep trying to beat sovereignty. But and then fierceness and Sierra Leone are the older horses that just I think are a class act, the two of them. So those are
So
the
you have
four I
Sierra
like.
Leone in second, right?
Yep. Yeah, I kind of went with the again the Delmar bias. I went with the speed, a fierceness to not be overcome, and then Sierra Leone will be more of a stalking pace, will be coming hard at the end, and then Sovereignty will be storming in at the end. So it's whether or not they can catch one another, and in my opinion.
Gotcha.
So we'll see what happens. I don't think Sarah Leone is going to catch fierceness, and I think um, sovereignty is going to be coming strong, but not quite get there. That's my hope.
All right. All right. Well, I disagree.
What?
I disagree with that one. Um, for a variety of reasons, but again, I'm not going to be shocked if it proves that you're right. Um, here's where the specifics of where I differ with you. I think there's and I think there's two reasons why. I think going into the Kentucky Derby and the Florida Derby last year, there was this belief that sovereignty was I don't want to say a deep closer, but pretty close. Like that was
Hmm.
kind of his got an MO for his running style.
Right.
Um, but the numbers he ran kind of mid race in the Derby and the what he was able to do in that large field with tactical speed, I disagree with it. I think since the Derby and during the summer at Saratoga, at the Belmont, and then Jim Dandy, and then especially in the Travers, he was motoring mid race and had just a ton in the tank and still won by 10 lengths in the Travers. Um, I think he has plenty to stay close to those front runners. And I think he by far has the biggest motor to put him away. Like, Sierra Leone is a true deep closer,
Hmm.
and he was able to accomplish it last year. Now, I'm not putting, so I have sovereignty on top. I think he's going to win this race. And I think Forever Young is my number two. And I have Fierceness in the third slot. Uh,
So we don't
my
totally disagree. We just disagree on the order.
correct. And this one we just disagree in the order. I think it sounds like our I don't have Sierra Leone this year finishing in the money. Um, but have them close. My wild card horse is Antiquarian. I if
Oh,
any of
tell
my
tell me
top
why.
if any of my top three slip out, I'm putting him in my top three. And again, it's his mid-race numbers and how Delmar plays. I think I think he's right there with Forever Young in my opinion. I don't know who's going to be on the lead heading for home, but I think it's going to be either Antiquarian, Forever Young, or Fierceness, and I'm not going to be surprised on who that is. But his mid-race numbers, his last three, are pretty outstanding. Do I think he can hold off this group? No, but I think he's got a real shot to finish in the money.
All
So we'll
right.
see.
All right.
And I love those winners of the Peter Pan. Uh,
Yes, you do.
I do. So we'll see. I mean, he finished second to Mystic Dan, a few
Yep.
back, beat Sierra Leone, the Jockey Club
All
um,
right.
at Saratoga this summer. And that was at the end of August too. He's just running well. It's one of those horses that kind of Uh, well, he just got better as the spring and summer went along. Like he ran in the Louisiana Derby after winning a maiden race um, against like who was it? It was Catching Freedom that year, and right and Tuscan Gold and Honor Marie. But he broke through the gate in that race, so he kind of
Okay.
was a forgotten horse. But he ran really well in the Peter Pan and won it. Um, didn't do much running in Belmont, but that was a big step up. Since then, he's either finished first or second his last four races, grade three, grade two, and then a grade one this summer. And that was his best performance thus far. So I just think he's a hot horse. It's
Hmm.
Todd Fletcher.
Yeah, my notes on it say under the radar board hitter. So,
Yep. And if
maybe.
things shake loose and
Boy, you'll get some good money on that, some good odds.
yeah, he'll for sure be in my exotics.
Yeah,
His
that'd be
best
fun.
chance is if a horse like Forever Young, um, if somehow he gets loose on the lead, in my opinion, that would give him the best shot. But that would probably be hard to do coming from outside like that. But I think he's a dangerous horse.
Okay, so we both like sovereignty and fierceness. We both Forever Young. I have fourth. I like so we I guess we could say we like him too.
Yep.
You're like a who were we just talking about?
Antiquarian.
Antiquarian, and I like Sierra Leone. So some
Yeah.
horse to choose from.
Yeah. And I have Sierra Leone as my next in line.
Okay,
Um, I just think it's going to
perfect.
be a lot to ask of him this year, and he's running solid, but I'm not seeing it that he's sitting on a big race, but could be wrong.
All right. Well, hey, that's I think that's a wrap. We're going to be putting our picks for the other races on our social media, on our Instagram page and our Facebook page. So be looking for those each race. We'll give our top three picks
We'll
for
wave
each of
to
us.
people during the
We'll definitely do some content and some stuff going on at the Breeders' Cup. So we'll be posting some stuff. Probably not during the Breeders' Cup, but shortly after because we're going to be too busy collecting all of our money from
right.
winning
We get to
races.
hit Santa Anita on the way down and
Yeah, go
see a
visit some
couple of
horses.
horses in the barn, and
Yeah,
should be a fun weekend.
good weekend. All right. Well, hey,
Looking forward to it.
I'll be seeing you soon, and um,
Go make some money, people.
let's go make some money. All right.
All right.
Take care.